Okay guys, so this isn't the first time recently I've talked about the potential of Sony going on sale, and it's probably not the last, but this one is going to deal more with what's actually happening behind the scenes at Sony. Not just talking about like Spider-Man or what's going to happen if the film or TV divisions go up for sale. Essentially what's happened is, in the last couple of days, we heard the big news that Sony CEO Kaz Hirai, who's of course been in this position for quite a while, he made his fame during the PlayStation days, is officially going to be stepping down, signaling a new direction for Sony. Now, that's not the only thing. The brand new man who's going to be taking over, whose name is Kaneshiro Yoshida, recently went on and just talked kind of about the future of Sony now that he is the incoming CEO. And essentially what he says, and I really want to specify this, is he says that change within Sony and how they're operating is urgent. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have been following any of the financials or anything, which is, if you guys know me, I love looking at numbers and figuring out the trends and which way it's going in and what's going to be potentially happening. And if you look at Sony, there's been a very interesting development. In 2001 to 2002-ish, they were literally one of the biggest companies in the world. Within the next 5 years, by the time the PlayStation 3 came out, halfway into its life cycle in 2008 to 9, they were a shell of their former self. And they started to recover again. They started to recover when the PlayStation 4 came out, and they like doubled and tripled down on PlayStation branding and those games. Where they sank was with the beginning of Spider-Man 3. And then the reboots and everything and all the terrible choices they made with films really started to bring them down. So this year was the first year in a while where Sony had a legitimate franchise hits on their hands. One courtesy of Disney working with them with Spider-Man, and the other one of course being Jumanji, which I just saw last night and is absolutely amazing, so highly recommended. But when you think about it that way, change is urgent. Now what did they do? They're not going to sell off PlayStation. That brand is making hand over fist, and this CEO saying, change is going to be urgent. You could possibly see a merger between studios or a full sale. Now, I don't think they outright just sell, but they might be willing to sell a few of their assets and make some of the money off the back of that. And when you think about it that way, if you can just sell one character like Spider-Man and all his assets and make 20-30% of profit off this character for the next forever, isn't that better than sinking your own money into potential failures? Think about it.